everyone and welcome to my vlog of Yalfest NL. So Yalfest is of course a young adult bookish festival and it's being held here in the Netherlands. I believe this is going to be the third edition, but it is the first time going for me. And I thought it would be fun to do a vlog to show you what a Dutch bookish festival looks like, because at the moment I also have absolutely no idea. But yeah, this is organized by Dutch publishers, but even so there are going to be some international authors. For example, Tommy Adeyemi and Sarah Holland and Laura Stephen and Cass Morgan. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You can get book signs, there's going to be this big Q&A and there's supposed to be all these sorts of activities. And yeah, at the moment it's still the night before and I'm packing my things, but yeah, I'm really excited for this. I hope it's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, basically I'm going to take you guys with me, so I hope you will enjoy this Yalfest vlog. Hi, so I'm at the studios and I really don't know how good you can hear this because there's quite a heavy wind, but anyway, so I don't know how this vlogging is going to be because of course this is a Dutch event and I always make my videos in English, so it's a bit weird to talk English when everyone is speaking Dutch. But yeah, I'm about to go in and yeah, I'm really excited. I really hope it's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, I will try to film a little bit of the Q&A with like the authors. So yeah, hopefully it's all going to be really nice. Different stands here with like jewelry and candles and everything, so that's really amazing. The books are all in Dutch because of course Dutch publishers, but yeah, it looks all really amazing. And then in about 15 minutes there's this big Q&A with all the authors, so yeah, that's really exciting and I'm really curious how that's going to be. And yeah, so far I'm really liking it.
So at first we're going to pretend that they're actually not here. We're going to have a little panel discussion. And afterwards, we're going to give them the word and they're going to ask you questions. Is that fine with you guys? Perfect. So first, welcome here again to the Netherlands. And I think you've been traveling quite some time now for your books. And I just want to ask you, how does that feel? How does it feel to meet your fans in all different countries around the world? Tell me.
Oh, okay. Hi. It's pretty crazy. Everyone has been making fun of me because I'm trying really hard to learn Dutch words. And I say them all wrong, or I say them like a German. Like I'm like, and they're like, that's not how it works. But like, so I can't even say the words or the names of the places we are. But meeting readers who have read Bloed and Beenderen. Book in Dutch, and it's the same as interacting with US readers, so it's really beautiful because it's just showing how universal stories are and how like connected you can be to someone even if you're from completely opposite like sides of the world.
Social media impacts your life, and how does that refer to meeting people in real life?
I was saying to Sarah this morning at breakfast, because we were discussing some of the questions, and I don't think I would be an author without social media. I got my agent through Twitter. She liked my pitch. It was when I first started realizing that authors were real people and that I could also be an author, because I think there's always this disconnect, especially, so I'm from the north of England, so we don't get book events, we don't get festivals, we don't get any of that, so it just seemed like a completely different world that I could never be part of. And I think social media just kind of levels the playing field. Everyone can talk to everyone. And in the UK, there aren't that many YA events, so it just means for the rest of the year, everyone can talk about their favourite books and have conversations, and I think it's a really beautiful thing. I think a lot of people expect me to be very critical of social media because of what my book's about, but I think it's great, and I think it can be a real force for good, so.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of positives and negatives, just like with anything. You know, it can be stressful to see everyone else's word counts or, you know, beautiful book pictures or whatever, but then you... Terrible. But then you get the chance to see people reading your book almost in real time and see their reactions and, you know, fan art or pictures or all this stuff, and it's so amazing to be able to see those, you know, feedback and reactions.
I haven't found, or she asked if we read fan fiction of our own book. I haven't found it yet, but I want to. That would be so much fun. Especially because with the exceptions of people who are related, ship everybody. So I would love to see people, like, yeah, I would love to read it, but yeah, I haven't, like, I guess I should ask people to send it to me, but I don't know if that's weird.
So there are 50 fan fictions of my book on Wattpad, which if you guys didn't know, I started writing on Wattpad before I got my book deal. And once I got this message from this fan, and yeah, they've heard this story. I got this message from this fan who was like, hey, I really want to write this fan fiction, can I have your permission? And I was like, yeah, you don't need to ask. And she was like, yeah, but it's a really specific story, like, can you say if it's okay or not? And I was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, so I'm going to insert a character into your story, and he's going to be gay with your main character, Fletcher. And I was like, oh, that's fine, you know, do what you want with it. And then she was like, yeah, but then Fletcher, my main character, will become pregnant. Okay, that's kind of odd, but if that's what you want to write, then that's fine. And then she said, and then the baby will be you, Tara. And I was going to be a character in this book, and my main character was going to raise me. And I would be like a man. It was very strange.
What do you think your main characters will say when they read their own book?
Great question.
Wow, my life is actually really hard and sucks.
I think Joe, the character in New Moon, would look at his life and say he did okay, like despite his struggles. He'll be like, oh, I wasn't as much of an asshole as I thought I was at the time. So yeah, I think he'll look back and say it was a tough time and I did okay, you know, in those circumstances.
So we just had the Q&A and it was really a lot of fun and so interesting to listen at. And now it's just waiting for the signing sessions to begin. But yeah, it's so much fun because everyone here loves books and everyone is so friendly, like, and talking to each other, and like everyone enjoys it. Like listening to the Q&As made me really interested in some of the authors that I have not read books from yet. Like the thing is, all the books are in Dutch because this is being organized by Dutch publishers and I normally don't read in Dutch. But maybe for just this once I will make an exception. Also, we got a really nice goodie bag. I don't have mine anymore, I already dropped it at the garderobe. But I will show you that later when I get home. It was like a really big goodie bag with a book in it and all sorts of other stuff. So again, it's like really awesome. And yeah, so far it's a success. And yeah, I cannot wait for the signing session to get all my books signed. Yeah, basically I now have to wait for that. Okay, so why should people read Children of Blood and Bone?
I think people should read Children of Blood and Bone or Bloed and Beenderen.
Yeah, very good.
Because it's an epic fantasy adventure with characters you're not used to seeing in a world you're not used to seeing, and everyone rides a giant lion, so that's really all I would need to read a book.
Yes. So I'm taking a little bit of a break outside because inside it's really, really hot and really crowded. But I got half of my book signed. I got 2 copies of Children of Blood and Bone signed because I bought the Dutch edition as well, because why not? I love that book so much. Tomi Adeyemi was so incredibly sweet. Like, it was such an amazing experience. I never get to get my book signed because there are never any authors here in the Netherlands, so it was so much fun. But yeah, in a little while we'll go back inside and then get the rest of my book signed. Maybe buy a little bit of merchandise, I don't know. And yeah, so far, as I said, again, I'm really enjoying it. Hey, so it is now the day after Yalfest. And yeah, I vlogged a bit, but maybe it was a bit all over the place. I mean, I tried, but I don't know how it's going to turn out. So I thought I would first of all show you the things that I bought there and that I got there, and also give you my overall impression of Yalfest NL and how I liked it. So yeah, to start off with, I got all my books signed there. All the authors were so incredibly lovely. Like, it was such a nice group. They were all so like genuinely happy to be there, and they all took their time with like all the readers, and they really like talked to them, and I really liked it. I mean, they were so friendly, and all the readers and all the people were so friendly. Like, there was a really nice atmosphere there. So yeah, I got the exact opposite of OK signed by Laura Steven, and they are all personalized with your name on it, and Laura Steven actually wrote a Dutch sentence for everyone. So she wrote, leuk je te ontmoeten, veel leesplezier, which means nice to meet you, have fun reading. And then I got 2 copies of Children of Blood and Bone signed, like my original English copy. But as I said, I also ended up buying the Dutch edition, which is called Bloed en Beenderen, because I love this book so much, and being there and meeting the author, meeting Tomi Adeyemi made me so excited about it again. And yeah, you guys know me, I always get multiple editions of books that I really love, and since this one is in a different language, I think it was justified. But yeah, then I also got signed Moonrise by Sarah Crossan, and this one actually also has a really cute story, because Sarah Crossan was there with her daughter, with her young daughter. I think she was like 5 years old, but anyway, her daughter was also handing out her signature on post-its. So I got it signed by Sarah Crossan, but I also have a post-it with like the signature or like the name of her daughter, and it was so cute. Like, that was so incredibly sweet. And then the last book that I also got there is the Dutch edition of The Novice by Taran Mataru, who was also an author who was present there, and this is the first book in the Summoner series. And since everyone was like raving about it there, everyone said it was such a good series, and I thought the author was so nice, I just bought it. And like, I almost never buy Dutch books anymore, but this time I thought it was justified because, well, of course I could get this edition signed immediately. So yeah, I did that as well, and this is supposed to be a really exciting fantasy series, and yeah, I can't wait to pick it up. My hopes are really high now. And then we also got a goodie bag, as I said, and most of it that's in here is all promotional stuff from like Dutch publishers, so I'm not going to show you everything because it's really not that exciting, especially when you're not Dutch. But some items are exciting. First of all, this tote bag with the cover of Children of Blood and Bone, the Dutch cover. And then there was also a mug, and I believe it says single taken mentally dating a fictional character, and I always love bookish mugs, so that's again really exciting. So yeah, it looks like this. Then we also got signed book plates from all the authors, which is again really exciting because of course you can buy another book from them and then get this signed book plate in them. And then there were also 2 books in there. First of all, it was Wreck This Journal, the Dutch edition of Wreck This Journal by Carrie Smith. I've never owned this before, and I believe of course this is a sort of interactive book, so yeah, I'm very excited to see how that's going to be. And then I also received the Dutch edition of Witchwood by Tahira Mafi. I haven't read much by Tahira Mafi yet, I've only read Furthermore, but I really like that one, so I'm also really excited to read this one. And then something else I bought that is just too cute is this amazing Harry Potter tote bag. It says, I don't go looking for trouble, trouble usually finds me. And like, look how cute Harry is with Hedwig and his broom. They also had versions with Hermione and Ron, and I actually wanted to buy them all, but like, I already have so many tote bags, so I didn't really need them, but they were all so cute. And then lastly, I got, you can't see it very well, but I got the snake bracelet from Isabel Lightwood from the Mortal Instruments series. So yeah, basically it just goes in all directions, and this is going to look so good on my Shadowhunter shelf because like you can just lay it around all the books, and I love it so much. It's so fun to like play with. Yeah, I feel like Isabel Lightwood already, like this is so cool. And it was also not that expensive because of course you don't have to pay shipping costs, and yeah, they just had so many amazing things, and I really didn't buy too much fortunately, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, overall, as I said, it was really fun to experience a bookish event for the first time, to experience a Dutch bookish event, because sometimes I feel a little bit disconnected from like the Dutch reader community and the Dutch publishing industry, because of course I make videos in English, but now you really saw the community, and as I said, everyone was so nice, and I've talked to so many amazing people. But yeah, this was it for my vlog, for my video about Yalfest NL. Please let me know what you think of this video, if you had fun having a glimpse from like a Dutch bookish event. I know it was not nearly as big as like American or English bookish events, because of course the young adult community in the Netherlands is still like relatively small but still growing. So please let me know what you thought of that, and if you had fun watching this, and yeah, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!